Today we're going to seal this overhead garage door. There are a lot of varieties of conditions that can occur on a garage door. There are three here that we've addressed prior to begin sealing. The first, the door has vents on the face of it. We've closed those vents from inside the door using Flex Seal's flood tape. Secondly, the door has more than an inch of gap at the bottom. We've added a 1x3 piece of lumber below the door to take up the majority of that gap. And third, the door must be immobilized. We've used door stops to wedge that door inward at several locations and outward at a few so that the door is all the way in and tightly secured. Let's begin on the bottom joint of this door and fill the bottom joint with Flex Seal's flood protection paste. Now that we've put an initial bed of Flex Seal's flood protection paste into that base joint, we'll use our gap filler tool to press it into place and make sure the gap is completely filled. Next, we're going to put Flex Seal's flood protection paste at the base of this door, at the bottom of this 1x3, and around all these wedges, because the wedges will also let water into the house. We'll apply this joint heavily, and then we'll press it down with our gap filler tool, making sure the joint is completely full and no air bubbles exist. Now, you need to press this into the joint carefully. We'll use the small end of the applicator tool on this joint. Next, we're going to put the flood paste into the vents on the face of this door. Because we've put tape on the inside of the door, when we press this paste into place with the gap filler tool, it will not fall off on the inside of the door. And now we need to press our paste onto that joint to ensure that the surface is entirely sealed. Don't concern yourself with the appearance of the application. What's important is that we stop the water from intruding. The more product that goes on the door, the easier it will peel afterwards. We're now going to move to the vertical seals inside the door seal and outside the door stop. To do the door seal, we must open the joint alongside the door. Now I'm applying a large bead of paste behind this door seal. We've determined our height to be 24 inches for this project. We're going to apply it just above this first panel joint. We'll later apply tape across that joint. Now we'll put paste on the outside of the door stop. Obviously a much easier application. Now we can press this into the joint. Now that we've completed the vertical portions of the door, we're going back to that 24-inch dimension. We're going to apply Flex Seal's flood protection tape across this joint of the door. This is a perfect application for tape. Surfaces are smooth, parallel, and flat. We'll begin by making sure that we have a manageable length of tape in hand, centered over that joint. We'll press it onto one end, keeping the backing on the tape and removing it continuously. Now we will top coat this, as we do every joint, with Flex Seal's flood protection liquid, but that provides a great foundation. Next, we'll complete the rest of this door using Flex Seal's flood protection paste and tape. Then we'll top coat all the sealed surfaces with Flex Seal's flood protection liquid. This is what an overhead single garage door looks like, sealed with the FlexSeal SECUR system, ready for flooding in as little as 1 to 2 hours, 18 to 20 inches deep. I hope you found this video helpful. If you still have questions about the SECUR flood protection system, we have many resources available. You can visit our website or give us a call and speak to a flood protection specialist. Thanks.